Hey everyone, this is the Comic Book Fan 25 coming back to you with a review of Beware the Batman, the new show, and I'm here to give you my thoughts on the pilot episode. Beware the Batman was announced with Teen Titans Go to be one of the shows replacing Young Justice and Green Lantern the Animated Series, two great shows that were unfortunately canceled. I looked over the character designs and plot synopsis outlined for the series, and I was not very interested by what I had seen. I didn't see the point in having it be CGI, and the introduction of new villains not many people have heard of didn't really get me invested. It wasn't until yesterday morning that I saw a video or a review of the pilot episode that told me it had already premiered, so I decided to give it a watch. Batman is one of my favorite comic book characters. I've been a fan of him since I was 2, and I'm currently wearing a Batman shirt as I make this video. So I decided to give this show a chance. However, I did not expect much going into this show, really at all. And I was proven so wrong. This pilot was actually really good, and I really enjoyed it. Of course, it's not as good as Batman the Animated Series, and I do miss Young Justice and Green Lantern, but that didn't prevent this pilot from being good, nor me liking it as much as I did. This show has really impressed me, and I couldn't believe how good it was. The pilot wasn't amazing, as in, like, the best thing I'd ever seen, to say the least, but it was good for the pilot. Batman's voice and characterization was perfect for this younger interpretation of Batman and was truthful to his comic book counterpart. I really loved that he did a lot more detective work, which reinforces the idea that he is the world's greatest detective, and at times he even felt like Sherlock in a bat suit. Alfred is completely revamped for this series. He looks completely different, being bald with no facial hair and looking very buff and muscular. He reminded me a lot of Alfred from Batman Earth 1, and I really like that about him. He's an ex-MI6 agent and trained Bruce to be Batman, and I really liked his relationship with Bruce and how it's handled in this episode. As for the villains, Professor Pig and Mr. Toad, they were portrayed as eco-terrorists, and I found them interesting in some ways, but at times a bit too cartoony, but I have yet to see more of them before I fully form my opinion, and I can tell I probably think they're going to be series regulars. Katana doesn't do anything, as this is her introduction to the series, but Bruce's relationship with her, Bruce's relationship with Alfred, gives her a reason to be there, which I really liked. Alfred wants to make sure Bruce is okay, and he hires her to help him in his crime-fighting duties. As for the animation style, I wasn't bothered by it, but at times the characters' heads and bodies look oddly shaped. However, I'm fine with this being the look for the series, and I think it works for this episode. I loved Batman's use of gadgets in this series, and the Batmobile was cool, but it didn't have very much screen time. I did like Batman's suit, because it's very reminiscent of other Batman suits, and it really does have a unique feel to it, as does this series. The series' goal was to take a much darker tone and approach to the Batman franchise, as the show just before this, Batman Brave and the Bold, was meant to embrace the campiness. This show was quite dark. Well, dark as in it was a lot more mature and it did take itself seriously, but it wasn't afraid to crack a joke at times. And it didn't take itself so seriously to the point where it's constantly banging me on the back of the head, making me want to believe this is a gritty world. And it's enough for the kids to enjoy and enough for the adults to enjoy, which is a really important thing. Overall, I really liked this episode. It surprised me. I was engaged, I was entertained, and I give it a merit, as from now on I am going to be doing a rating system where highest is excellence, middle is merit, achieved, and the lowest is not achieved. You'll see more of that rating system as I do more reviews. I'm very much looking forward to the rest of this series, and I hope it can live up to the pilot. Well, that's all I have to say on the series, or the pilot for now. It's quite a short review, but that's what I think of it so far. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and please, like this video and subscribe to your friendly neighborhood comic book fan. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Catch you later.